Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. When it comes to what kind of romance you're into, you don't have to choose just one. Fancy a dalliance with a duke, or maybe a steamy billionaire. You could find a book boyfriend in the city and another one tearing it up on the hockey field. And if nothing on this earth satisfies, you can always find love in another realm. Discover modern rom-coms from authors like Lily Chu and Ali Hazelwood, the latest romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas and Rebecca Yarros, plus Regency favorites like Bridgerton and Outlander. And of course, all the really steamy stuff. Your first great love story is free when you sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com/Wondery. That's audible.com/Wondery.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone goal.
Live from downtown Baton Rouge, it's Off the Bench.
Welcome back in. Hour number 3, OTB. Hester and Flynn here, on location.
Hour 3. Wow.
Pro Dreams, pro-dreams.com. Does Trey know that since we are doing the show here, we get to pick out one piece of memorabilia that we get to just walk out with?
No, he doesn't know that yet. Okay. He'll figure that out when he does inventory, end-of-the-week inventory.
When he sees me loading it in the car.
I'm going to show him next week in a Conseco jersey.
We show up. He's like, hey, that Larry Bird jersey I'm missing, are you wearing that?
If you're going to steal it, at least steal it right.
Yeah, I thought so.
What would you take if you had to take something in here? Because there's a lot of...
I know. There's a lot of cool stuff.
You could go... Oh, I see it. I see what I got.
I think I would go the Tecmo Bowl Bo Jackson with the old school Nintendo controller inside of the frame.
Yeah.
See, we started talking about taking stuff, and Trey walked out of his office.
He's like, excuse me, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, Trey, what's up? If you see us in a Jose Canseco jersey next week, didn't get it from you.
You didn't know that was part of the deal, that we get to wear one of the jerseys every week.
I'm looking at this autographed Saved by the Bell tank top back here.
Wait a minute. What?
Who's signed that, Trey?
Okay.
Zach Morris.
That's you. Yeah.
That's me.
I mean, we've done 2-hour shows where we've talked just about Saved by the Bell before.
Yeah, there's a tank top over there on a little half-torso mannequin.
Yeah.
And Jesse. Zach Morris and Jesse. Wow. Jesse
Spano?
Spano. For some reason, I went Jesse Kasopoulos there, and that's from Full House. That's on me. Jesse Spano.
Yeah, I mean, you can go back in the archives. We did a 2-hour show where I'm pretty sure we talked about Saved by the Bell for about an hour and 40 minutes of the show.
Yep.
6 to 8 radio.
When Jesse got addicted to those caffeine pills, really changed kids' lives.
It did.
She was so excited.
She's so
scared.
Excited. I'm so scared. Those caffeine pills will get you every single time. All right, we are gonna have Chef Michael Johnson join us in about 15 minutes from now. I do want to ask here, what maybe is the most intriguing thing this week in college football for you? It doesn't have to be a game. It can be a storyline. It can be based off what happened in week 1, because I know a lot of people are going to be like, eye-hustling Alabama, even though they're playing Louisiana Monroe. Like, how do they come out? Like, how do they react to what happened to them in week number 1? How do teams handle success? Because, like, for the most part, like, the teams that had success, they got a layup this week. Ohio State's playing Grambling. LSU's playing Louisiana Tech. Florida State's playing, who'd you say, East Texas?
East Texas A&M.
Sure.
And
Commerce. We all know is close to Dallas.
Yeah, it's close to Dallas, you idiots.
Obviously know that. You big dummies.
You big dummies out there.
Tennessee, who had a great week 1. They play East Tennessee State. And so, for all these teams that had, like, some pretty big victories, like, they don't really have a tough test, but there's still things like you can look, like Texas is playing San Jose State. So, like, it's a great opportunity for them to bounce back. But, of like all the things going on in college football, where are you at?
So I'm trying to look at the slate here, and what is intriguing to me. One of the bigger matchups and one of the good matchups that we think is going to happen this week is to see how Baylor bounces back. They're going and playing at number 17 SMU to see what that game is like. Is Auburn better than we thought they were? Did they play well? Yeah. Of course, Baylor losing the home opener versus an SEC opponent. We were high on Baylor. We thought they were very good offensively. We thought how do they bounce back? That's going to be an intriguing one for us to watch. But just curiosity and hopefulness about the SEC quarterback landscape. How does John Mateer, how is his improvement? Because he is, like we have said, he is this guy that the sky could be the limit.
Yeah.
Is the Oklahoma offense going to be back to where it was when they were winning Heismans after Heismans and putting up 60 points a game? Last year, they took a big step back. They took like 10 steps back offensively. So can they get back to that? I think John Mateer has that potential, has that electricity. Like, I just want to see, and I can't wait till he gets more into the SEC play, but this is a good test for him. How is he going to fit in with the Oklahoma offense? Are they going to be able to spread it out enough, move the ball enough, create big plays, which they were just not able to do a year ago when they were so far down?
I like John Mateer. I think he is a combination of Matt Flynn and Baker Mayfield when I met him. And if you ever meet him, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm rooting for that guy until LSU plays him, basically. Like, I just he's an easy guy to root for. So that's a good storyline. Rocco Beck in Iowa State. Like, if they go out there and they kind of handle Iowa, I think that's a very impressive win, and they'd be 3-0. And I think they would be a real player to win the Big 12 if they go out there and do that, even though I know Iowa's not in the Big 12, but it's a rivalry game you play every single year. You would have a win over Kansas State, a win over Iowa. It'd be, one of the better resumes in college football. But another game that nobody's really talking about that I think is going to be a good game is Illinois and Duke. That game is at Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham. Duke is a football team that is good enough to beat anybody really on their schedule. I'm not saying they're going to by any means, but they certainly are good enough. Manny Diaz is somebody, he's going to be uber aggressive on defense, and you got Mensa coming over from Tulane to be your quarterback, and they got some real juice to them. And Illinois is a team that a lot of people are putting as the last Big Ten team in the college football playoff. And when you look at their schedule, they have got these are their home games. All right, their home games are USC, Ohio State, Rutgers, Maryland, Northwestern, right? So your toughest game, Ohio State, is going to be at home. Now, for them, they got to be good on the road if they want to fulfill that prophecy of them being in the college football playoff, because they could lose to Ohio State at home. You win your road games, you're in. So the road games are at Duke, at Indiana, at Purdue, at Washington, at Wisconsin, right? So there's some tricky ones in there, but this one feels like one that they have to have. They can't lose this one and make it to the college football playoff. So you were in must-win mode in week number 2
here we go.
On the road against a team that is good enough to beat you. Right now, Illinois only a 3.5-point favorite. So I want to see old Bielema. I want to see Luke Altmaier, who I picked to be the Big Ten preseason offensive player of the year. I think he's going to have every opportunity to do so. I think he is going to have, passing yards, rushing yards, passing touchdowns, rushing touchdowns. And so I was high on Illinois, but this is one of those games where if you half step into it on the road, Duke is good enough to beat you. So that's a game that it's not ranked on ranked, but it very easily could be.
Yeah, if we're pulling out an Illinois versus Duke game as one of the highlights this week, it's a down week.
Look, I know. See, I knew you were going to say that. I'm just telling you.
I get it. Illinois is good. Okay.
Illinois is good, but I'm telling you, Duke is not bad either.
Okay, I know they whipped up on Elon last week.
But remember,
that's the thing.
I know. Listen, I know everything you're about to say.
They gave up 17 points versus Elon.
I know, but they're a good football team, and this is a test for Illinois. If Illinois goes out there and beats them by 28 points, I'm just saying that's okay. Notice that, because that means Illinois is going to be in it for the long haul.
Okay, got it. Where'd Duke get all their good players?
Transfer portal.
Yep.
Tulane.
All right. I'm all in. Blue Devils. Let's go. Football school.
They did beat Clemson in the opener a couple years ago.
Oh.
We can say we did that too now.
Yeah, we did that too. Whipped them. With a 62 grade, too.
Could have had a good game in Baylor SMU, but Sikkim didn't do their job.
I know. God. That would have been electric, too.
Yeah.
Did game day would have been in Dallas.
Where is game day this week?
There in Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Yeah.
It's the only ranked game.
Would they have gone
Let me
to
tell you
Dallas?
something. If Florida puts it on South Florida,
Oh, hello.
you could be looking at game day right across the street here, Bo. Right?
Yeah. Maybe set up right here, right outside of Pro Dreams.
I mean, why not? Just do it right there in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Probably going to do it on the parade ground, but it's giving you a secondary location.
If you're
Just in
listening,
case.
we are an ESPN affiliate, so
So week
why wouldn't they be
3,
listening?
week 3 in college football. I'll give you some of the games that could be up for the same conversation. You've got Vanderbilt and South Carolina in Columbia. You have got Clemson and Georgia Tech in Atlanta. They're Bobby Dodd Stadium. You have Wisconsin and Alabama. No, I don't think that one. You do have Georgia, Tennessee.
Okay. Well, speaking of this week, though, let's stick with it. There is an SEC matchup. Were you not intrigued at all by Ole Miss hitting the road and going and taking on Kentucky?
We talked about it a little bit in hour number 1. You were probably spaced out looking at
sure.
all the cool stuff here in Pro Dreams.
There's a lot of shiny objects here.
Look, Kentucky did beat Ole Miss last year. That game was in Oxford, too. I don't know that Kentucky. And last year they were bad, too, and they found a way. But they just look. I picked Toledo to cover for a reason last week, and they did. I just don't know what Kentucky can give you. Now it's only a 9.5 point spread in favor of Ole Miss, so nobody's really expecting a blowout. But I don't know that Kentucky right now is in a position to beat
what
any.
a difference a year makes, am I right?
With my Kentucky,
With your Kentucky,
yeah.
I'm just not going to do it.
Look,
Old Poops, he's done. You
Look,
think he's gone after this year?
I don't know why you and T-Bob could not understand this, right? I pick teams that I think are undervalued before the season, and I talk about them because I think they deserve to get more love. Kentucky just so happened to be that team for multiple years.
Multiple years, that's right.
Yeah, and
That's fine.
now it's Missouri.
Well, like if you cheer for a team, and I'm not even saying you're going to be like, oh, I wasn't cheering for him. I was just being a sports guy, national sports dude. Well, if you do that enough, you're a fan at some point. It turns into
look,
a fandom.
Okay, I've got no issue. Full disclosure, if Mark Stoops is playing somebody and it's not one of the teams that I care for, absolutely I would hope they win.
That's fine.
I've got a relationship with Stoops, just like I got a relationship with Eli Drinkwitz. And if Drink's not playing LSU, I wouldn't hate it if Missouri won. I mean, I'm not rooting for him, but I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I kind of root against Missouri.
Because you don't think they're in the SEC, though.
Yeah, I don't. I don't think they should be. Just kind of a weak everything.
Go ahead.
Weak name, weak state.
Weak name. How's it a weak name?
Missouri, weak state.
How's it a weak state? It's a show me state.
Just, show me.
Show me 7, I'll show you 8.
Show your way out the SEC.
Oh, my God. You have nothing to back that take up.
No, I don't. It's just a feeling.
Yeah.
Can you explain feelings sometimes? No. It's something it's a hill I decided to die on a long time ago when they first joined. I just didn't think they needed to be in the SEC. So I'm just going to stick with it.
Mm-hmm. Sure. T-Pal says, Ole Miss to cover is free money. God, I know it feels like it, doesn't it?
What is the spread?
9.5 in favor of Ole Miss, the Rebs.
Yeah.
Daniel says, Flynn saying Missouri isn't in the SEC is a Grandpa Simpson take.
That's fine. That is fine. I don't disagree with you either. Self-awareness is...
Alondra blank space Villarreal inside the Bayou Ford chat. They don't need to be in the SEC. They're in the Midwest.
Bingo. See? There you go. Alondra gets it. Thank you, Alondra. Foxhole. Jake's not. Making fun of me from her old man takes, and I get it.
Shout out to Ryan Wooldridge inside the Bayou Ford chat. He gives us a $2 super chat and asks a question. Hi, bro. what NFL team should I pick for Survivor Board? You already gave that out. You said the Eagles.
Eagles. So we're doing
first game right out of the gate, Ryan.
Out the gate. So, we're doing an OTB Survivor. We're going to see how long the foxhole can make it. We'll decide. We'll figure out which member is going to give the pick next week. But since, it was kind of my thought of this while using the restroom during a break that we should do this, we did it. And I gave the first pick. And yes, okay, a little bit of a cop-out. I got it. It's, what are they, 8.5-point favorites, which is a very large number in the NFL. Yeah. But I just think,
that's like a 17.5-point spread in college.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous. And I just think that go with what you know. We don't know anything about these teams right now. Go with what you know. I know the Eagles are really good. They got one of the best rosters, if not the best roster in the NFL. And I think the Cowboys, as much as they're going to say all the right things and do all the right things publicly, I think there is just so much noise around that program. There is just so much drama that has been self-created. Nobody asked them to do all this. Their owner did. Jerry Jones asked for this. He has done this to himself. I just think it's a pretty simple pick on this one. I hate to pick the best team in the NFL the first week, too. It's a little bit of a cop-out, but it's week one. We really don't know anything. We can watch these teams, and maybe next week we'll pick the Panthers or pick the Saints or whatever it is. Maybe we'll get a little bit more creative, a little bit more juicy, but it's week one. Eagles.
All right. Cajun Curveball inside the Bayou 4 chat. Bad week for OTB squad. 3 of the 5 last shows got pulled off YouTube. Who's holding us down? That feels like
they got pulled off YouTube?
Yeah, Alondra's going to get them back on. She's a fixer.
Why did they get pulled off?
Probably because the other shows were like, "Hey, whoa, guys, say something for the rest of us."
Yeah, save some views, save some watches.
Let's take those down so we, they don't have the same amount.
Maybe too many people were smashing that like button.
I think that's what it was.
Smashing the subscribe
button.
These
views are making the rest of us kind of look bad.
Yeah, down below.
So nobody knows what that is, but
smash the like.
I don't know. We'll get those back on there.
I don't know why. Why are they taking down? That doesn't make any sense.
Trying to hold us down. You can't do that.
Ain't no
can't do that. So we'll figure that out. It's okay. All right. We do have Chef Michael Johnson joining us coming up here in this next segment. Also, high school football does start tonight. Let's go Cubs. You see it right here, baby. University High School there. Yeah, I mean, you got to root for.
That starts tomorrow night.
Yeah, you root for U High tonight.
Yeah, U High. Let's go.
You don't have a son playing in high school yet?
Absolutely. I'm all the Baton Rouge schools.
Yeah, so no. Just U High.
All of my high schools.
You guys in my high school.
I know.
DrinkMyHigh.com.
DrinkMyHigh.com. Hydrate.
Yeah. Root for number 57.
Oh, yeah. All
number
day.
57 be hydrated.
Yeah, he does.
He's extra hydrated.
Extra.
Yes.
That's why you see him playing through the whistle for 4 quarters.
That's right. He better, or his dad will be like, "Hey, get him out of here.
Get him out, coach.
He's loafing. Get him out."
All country like that?
Not with my name on his back. Get him out of here. Yeah, of course country like that.
You go to high school football, brings a redneck out. Let's go. Come on, coach. Coach.
Golly, what are you talking? Do you know me?
Yeah.
Of course I get more country when I tell a story. Certainly when it comes to high school football. Get him out, coach. He's loafing. We don't take plays off in this family, son. Go Cubs. All right, we'll take a break. Chef Michael Johnson, when we come back here to answer your munchie questions.
Off the bench.
All right, go to russellpools.com. That's a website for Russell Pool Company. And one of the cool things you'll see there on the homepage, as it just keeps showing you pool after pool after pool, they're all different. And they all got something a little extra to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're different. They're not the kidney shake. Now, like Flynn pointed out, it was a great point yesterday, one of the few he's made. Mm-hmm. If you want a kidney shake.
That's your thing.
That's your dream. I've always wanted a kidney shaped pool in my backyard. They can do it. If you've always wanted just a rectangle pool, they can do that as well. They can do what you want. It's your dream pool. It's not ours. It's not theirs. It's yours. And so you go to the website today, russellpools.com, Russell Pool Company, and get that dream pool started.
Yeah, if you've been thinking about it, kind of dragging your feet, why not get a conversation started? Just call them. The Chris Anderson and the team, Russell Pools, they've been doing it for a long, long time here in South Louisiana. They got new leadership, new ownership. So just give them a call, man. See what they can do. See, the process, how to get it started. You can talk pricing. You can talk all that stuff. And go to their website right now. See their services, see their gallery, check out their financing options, everything. When you think of high-quality custom pools, you think of Russell Pools. That is russellpools.com.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Welcome back.
Hey, welcome.
OTB.
Yo.
Pro Dreams is where we're at. Before we get to our guy, Chef Michael Johnson, shout out to Carly inside the Bayou Ford chat. She asked, should she start JD5 or Joe Burrow in fantasy week number 1? So JD5 going against the Giants at home, I believe, and then Joe is going against Cleveland away.
Oh, the Cleve. I'm going JD5.
I'm going JD5. I'm going to go there as well. Being at home, and then you get the dual threat possibilities. And Cleveland's actually got a pretty decent defense. And you never quite know how the wind in that stadium is going to be. I mean, it can be no matter what time of the day, time of the year, like the wind, it's a wind tunnel. And you never quite know.
Yeah, you never know. And then I talk all the time about that year 1 to 2 jump. I mean, good Lord, if JD makes a year 1 to 2 jump, what can he be? So I just look for him to improve and get better from a historically amazing rookie season. I think that kid is special. I think his mental makeup, and certainly his genetic makeup, but his mental makeup is very special and different, and could continue on him a very fast-paced trajectory.
All right, let's get to our guy, Chef Michael Johnson, who joins us now to answer your Munchie questions. Chef, what's going on, brother? How we doing? How we living?
Morning, I'm good, guys. I gotta say, the fact that she has to make a decision between those two players is pretty incredible.
Yeah, no kidding. Like holy fantasy football draft, Carly. Like save some for everybody else. My gosh, it's a great choice to be able to have.
No running backs, probably.
That's okay.
Right.
Sorry.
That's why you go JD5. He's going to get you the rushing yards.
That's right.
So, Chef, man, it's always our pleasure. But we gotta go back before we get to the Munchie questions. How about last week, Clemson, South Carolina? I have to imagine the vibes have been at an elite level this week with the team.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Obviously the guys come back feeling good about that, man. And I just love being a part of it, man. To see these guys come home off of a number 1 win like that against a team of that magnitude, man, it always feels good. But by Thursday they're refocused. You don't reel in it for too long. You got to stay focused on what you do. So. That's what I love about this team. Like they'll reel in it for a while, and then they refocus and understand that there's more to do, and there's lots more to do, man. I said it last Thursday. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised by this team, and I'm standing by those words.
Well, I don't think it's going to be a surprise anymore after the performance they put on. So I want to ask you, so I was on a couple of the teams that I had the privilege to be on throughout my football career. When you had a big win, you had kind of like a victory meal. So you got a little bit extra. Maybe it was a filet instead of a sirloin. Maybe it was just a little bit something extra. And if you lost, of course, you'd probably get your hamburger helpers. But like, do y'all do anything special for big wins?
Like we have in the past. We are not currently doing that. We're just making sure that the guys. We kind of found that, when you serve lobster tails and crab legs, it's not exactly the comfortable menu that they're looking for. And what we're looking to do is make sure that they're going to eat well on Sunday, because it's more importantly than a victory. It's a recovery meal, right? Like they need their bodies to recover to go into Monday. And it's a super important meal. So we have kind of dialed back away from the high dollar fancy meals and gone more to a Southern comfort, something that they're going to, make sure that they're going to eat, right? Lots of comfortable foods. And it seems to be going better, yeah.
Hashtag Munchies. My wife and I need a ruling on the age-old question in a dishwasher. Do utensils point up or down?
God, that's a good question.
That's a great question.
Mine point up. The handles go down, with the exception of the knives, because I don't want to reach into my dishwasher and take off any phalanges. So my knives go down, my forks and spoons go up.
Yeah, I think that's how I do it. My wife might listen and think, you do it. You never do the dishes. And she'd probably be right. But when I do, that's how I do it.
Yeah. Actually, my first response to that was I was surprised that, he was washing the dishes. So kudos on him, kudos to her, too.
Yep. Trust me when I say she's probably already formatting the text.
So forever we were handle up. We were handle up family. But I think over the last 18 months or so,
You've really grown.
We've really grown. We're a handled down company, and I get the argument against you don't want to touch like the business end of a utensil that somebody else might be eating, but it just, for whatever reason, you can fit more in that basket.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see. So I got a hashtag. I got a good one here. It's kind of a brine question. So do different cuts or different animals require different brine ratios?
So the brine ratio is always like the salt to sugar to water is typically going to be the same, right? Brine is typically meant to do its thing at a particular ratio, but different flavors that go into those, like if you have a red meat versus a white meat, I think you will use different flavors, and more importantly, like tougher cuts, leaner cuts versus more tender cuts. I would never brine a tender cut of beef or a tender cut of pork. I'm not putting pork tenderloin into a brine. It's really for like tougher cuts that have a lot of connective tissue. And I even go to the point if it's like pork, for instance, we take the top off of it would be like the flat iron of a beef, but it's called something else off the pork. It's called I'm brain farting right now, but it's a tough part of sirloin, if you will, off of the pork, and it's tough, right? And so we take what's called a jacquard. It's like it almost looks like a block, right? If you can, like a brick or something, and it has all these blades that come down out of it. And when you press down onto the meat, the blades go in and cut the muscle tissues. And what that does is it offers perforation in between the muscle tissues so that the brine can get in there as well. And it works exceptionally well. It allows more. It allows more brine to, like water from the muscle tissue to exchange, and that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get the salty, briny water into the muscle tissue and pull the myoglobin, if you will, out of the muscle tissue for that exchange, so that when you cook, it's retaining moisture.
That's the smartest thing I've ever heard. And even if
every week you say the smartest thing on the show.
That just blows me away. Hashtag Munchies. I got about 15 pounds of gator sausage stashed up for week 3. What is the best way to cook it up?
I'm a fan of eating gator sausage as it is, like in a po' boy or something, and people disagree with me here, and I don't care. Like I always cook sausage in a steamy bath first, not boiling, and even in steam, because, like if you put it down into the liquid, there's more density there. The skin of the sausage is going to maintain. It's not going to pop. It's not going to break. And specifically with gator, super lean, right? So you don't want any of the fat to leach out of it while you're cooking it, or it's going to be dry gator, and then, then you're going to have a bad experience. So if you put it into a steamy bath at, like 175 degrees, maybe a little bit lower even, you don't want too much water motion. You don't want too much bubbling to disrupt the sausage coming apart or out the ends. But that water is going to heat it up faster, more efficiently. And then once you get it hot, you take it out, you let the skin steam dry, and then you put it into your skillet or onto your grill. And, it's spending less time on there. If the skin does pop, it's already ready to eat anyway because it's been cooked already. So you're really just getting the skin to the place to where you get the pop, right? To where you bite and you get the snap. And it's a more efficient way of cooking sausage, any sausage that has the skin on it.
So you just don't throw it on the grill like I do? Just pop it on there straight out of the fridge? Okay. All right. Yep. Okay. I'll try. I'm going to try it your way. I'm going to improve my sausage cooking here. Chef, what's your schedule like on a home game? I know the team's got to get fed. You got other, I'm sure you got other sports to deal with. Do you feed the team? Do you cook? Do you get a chance to kind of like mingle around and go check out some of the tailgating culinary fare?
Yeah. Saturdays are my only day off.
There you go. Good for you.
So people are always like, I know you got to do this, you got to do that. And actually, like I am more likely to go home and, be at home or be at a friend's house or be at a family member's house watching the game from their house. I usually do make a couple of games a year with my kids, just to enjoy the experience. But, I love fans, right? But fans say some pretty brutal stuff about our boys sometimes. And being in that environment sometimes isn't always easy for me, right? Like listening to average, LSU fans kind of go up and down with their opinion of the guys that are playing on the field. So, I'm fully bought into this. I'm quite passionate about it as well. And I know these guys as well as anybody does here, like personality-wise. So sometimes when you hear that abrasive talk, it gets a little bit difficult, right? So I cheer from home a lot. I will go to a couple games a year, and I do go and mill about the friends' tailgates. But honestly, it's just a lot less stress, and it's my day to relax. So I usually take that opportunity to do so.
Hashtag Munchies. In the 1980s, LSU used to withhold serving milk on Saturdays for football players. Is this still a thing?
God. That's so wild, man.
It made him laugh. That question made him laugh.
That is so wild. No, it's absolutely not still the same thing. Like, what happened in the 80s, man?
I don't know. That's the first time I've heard that one too, Chef.
Oh, man. That's a good one.
I was on a team. I can't remember which team it was. They actually let you have one or two beers the night before a NFL game. So I think that's a little bit old school mentality.
Yeah, I know a couple of guys that are weightlifters that drink beer before they have, shows where they perform, because it's like a caloric intake without any calorie. Or I don't know. I forget what the explanation was, but it's like empty calories that allows them to be full without actually eating something of that nature. I don't know, but it's a weird deal.
Some made up health term just because I wanted to drink some beer.
Exactly.
Yeah, smart.
Right.
Smart.
All right, Chef, real quick, last one. Where did you watch the game Saturday?
So believe it or not, I went offshore fishing Saturday with my brother.
Actually, I do believe it. Knowing you, actually, I believe it very much.
Yeah. So I watched the game from my brother's camp in Grand Isle after a long day of fishing. Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
That's exactly where I thought you would be, if I'm being completely honest. Chef, we love you. We thank you. And hopefully I'll run into you on campus this weekend. If not, I'll see you very soon.
All right. Look forward to you guys.
All right. There's Chef Michael Johnson. Joins us every week to answer your Munchie questions. He is the man. Always appreciate our conversations.
It brings a little higher IQ to this show.
A lot of IQ to the show, because we are CTE OTB. All right, we'll be back with more CTE OTB when we jump back here.
Off the bench.
All right, as we know, game day deserves something legendary, and nothing goes better with football than an ice-cold Dos Equis, or maybe even a couple of ice-cold Dos Equis. So whether you're tailgating outside of Tiger Stadium, watching from your favorite dive bar, or you're grilling in your backyard, Dos Equis is the beer that keeps the party going. It's crisp, it's refreshing, and always the right call when your team takes the field. So grab an ice-cold Dos Equis, share it with your friends, and make every Saturday feel like a championship. Dos Equis, go for Dos.
That's right. Tailgate the right way. We got the first tailgate of the season, of the year, right here in Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge this week. So go get yourself, prepare that ice chest, make it a beautiful ice chest with some ice cold Mexican lager from Dos Equis. Go for Dos. There's always a lot of good beers out there. We talk about it all the time, but there's nothing better than a tailgate beer. So if you're going to do it, drink responsibly. Make sure you delete some beers this weekend, though, with Dos Equis. Go for Dos Equis.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, and welcome back in. It is OTB, and we are here at Pro Dreams, 3930 Burbank Drive, pro-dreams.com. We're going to be here every Thursday for every home game for LSU this year. So if LSU's got a home game on Saturday, if you're out, you're trying to get a little breakfast, a little brunch, you want to come, knock on the door and say what's up, we certainly will say hello and look forward to the interaction every single Thursday for home games for LSU.
For home games, that's right.
This year.
Fired up about it. It's not a better place in Baton Rouge to come spend a little time before the game, and for us to spend our time every home game on Thursday in this place, surrounded by jerseys and autographs of absolute legends, not just LSU legends, but Saints legends, pop culture legends from all over the place. Even the one and only Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell autograph back there over my right shoulder. Unbelievable.
I know you
Coolest kid around.
Yeah, you really want that.
Bayside is the school that's cool, and you know that it's true.
The fact that you can remember that and some of the things that,
Guys
like,
are the
I was just talking about Derwin
coolest.
James earlier. You're like, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Derwin James, safety, Chargers, Florida State. You're like, huh? But you know the Saved by the Bell song.
Yeah. It was it was a competition at Bayside High to write the new school song. And Zach Morris created an absolute banger.
Mm-hmm. I remember Friends Forever.
Yep. The Zach Attack band.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
It's all a dream, though.
I know. They pulled the rug out from under us.
It's all a dream.
All those years ago.
Slater was a NASCAR racer.
Yep. Central Plumbing will never pull the rug out from underneath you.
They'll pull out whatever it is in that pipe. They'll pull that out.
Whatever it is.
Little snake.
Centralplumbing.org, 225-8552. Something's really wrong with you. Centralplumbing.org is the website. Not only in emergencies, they also can help you out if you're looking to remodel at your home, at your business. Centralplumbing.org. Again, that number, 24/7, 365, weekend, holiday, game day, 225-925-8552. Yeah,
they will.
Seriously wrong with you.
Are you just figuring that out?
No, it's true.
Yeah.
I'm just letting the people know.
You invited me here on the show.
Actually, Alondra
Formal invitation. Thank you, Alondra.
Actually, Alondra
Shout out.
Alondra's the one that brought your name up. So
it's on her.
It is all on her.
She vouched for me. You didn't even vouch for me.
No. Actually, I voted against you.
It's fair. You lost.
True.
So that means Tate voted for me. Alondra voted for me.
Yeah.
You voted against me.
Yeah. No. Do you think I'd do that?
No.
Yeah, you're right.
You just abstained from voting.
Yeah. Can I confirm nor deny that? All jokes aside, I am fired up for high school football tonight, and I'm going to give a shout out my oldest son, Jackson. He's a sophomore. Going to get his first real opportunity to go out there with the varsity squad, and
he did really well last week.
Yeah, he played really good against Dunham.
Yeah, high effort, high motor.
And so we have a lot of our listeners right now that have gone through this process, that have either been through it and went through it 10, 15, 20 years ago. They're currently going through it right now. Or like you're one day you'll go through it with Huck right now, man. I'm really excited for this process, but I'm really nervous.
Have you ever been nervous for a game?
Never in my
I'm assuming,
life.
Because I get that way with like watching them do anything, right?
Yeah.
It's like I was never this nervous for myself.
No. Like, oh, no.
I can only imagine, like, sitting there, he's throwing the pads on, going against the best of the best in high school football, and about to hit people in the face and get hit in the face.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, it is hard to explain because I'm just not a nervous person when I play football. Like, not one game, and people like find that hard. I'm just because like I always felt like I was prepared, I was ready to go, and if you're not ready, like you're going to get exposed, so you better be ready. It doesn't matter the game, national championship, first NFL game, last and whatever. for your son playing high school football. I'm like, oh god, you can't control it. Obviously, like that's a part of it.
Yep.
You don't have the control. Like it's him. Like it's the work that he's put in, and you can't. You don't have a say in the outcome. You're sitting there and you're a spectator. And then look, I don't want to be the dad that's trying to tell you what to do. Certainly, like during the game, like the coaches.
Coach.
I mean, did I say I was going to yell out there if he's giving lack of effort? That's the only time I'll yell. If you're giving lack of effort, you might hear me. Mm-hmm. But I am very excited, man. He's put in a lot of hard work, and a lot of people have always told us this, but like these are some of the times like you can't get them back. Mm-hmm. You only get so many, and so our high school football journey starts tonight.
Just kicks off, man.
I'm excited about
How
it.
exciting is that? Like I know, and just like you said, the listeners that have been through it or going through it currently or now. Of course, I got a lot of friends that have already been through that, and they say it's like the best part. Well, some of the best parts of life is enjoying your child do what they love to do, whether it's football, whether it's dance, whatever it is. But to be able there and sit and watch them do something that they work hard for. I mean, that's all you can hope and hope that they, succeed with it. But success comes in many different ways with kids. So, like, it's a lot of people starting that journey. A lot of people are continuing that journey this week with high school football. We wish all the high schools out there successful seasons, enjoyable seasons, great games, great competition, great victories. Man, it's going to be fun. But, man, what a time for those kids' lives. And, good luck to your son. I know he's going to play well. Coach Andy Martin over there running an incredible program. I know y'all are going to have a good team. So just excited. I can't wait to see all those big inner city matchups this week or this year.
Yeah, this is going to be some great ones. It's fun getting to play Dunham last week, and U High Catholic are going to play. Edna Carr's got a national game coming up next week. American Heritage coming to the Superdome. So I think it's U High and Rummel are going to get it kicked off in the Superdome, and then American Heritage and Edna Carr are playing each other. That's going to be that's a nationally televised game. I'm
too
pretty
cool.
Sure. So.
Too cool. What an experience for those kids too, man. I kind of know that experience because I remember very vividly like being able to play as a high school kid in Texas Stadium, like the old school Texas Stadium. So, like, for those kids, being able to go play in the Dome, and let alone but playing on television, can you imagine? Maybe y'all did it. I don't know. I'm sure y'all did do it because you're just riding the coattails of Brock Berlin. I get it. Smart. But, like, I couldn't imagine, like, how nervous I would be. Like, I was kind of nervous because, like, what I did was kind of like a fine motor skill position. Like, I think kickers, hitters, pitchers, quarterbacks get a little bit more nervous because it's like, if you're a little bit off, like it's very noticeable. Like if you miss a block by like, if you hit his outside shoulder instead of his inside shoulder, it's not like real noticeable.
The running back can also help me out. Make up for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we played De La Salle out of California on ESPN.
Smoked them.
No, that was that team that had the 150 game winning streak. We lost 27-14 maybe.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. They were super well coached.
Oh my God, down, set. It's like the almost like the 3-step motion there. So good luck to everybody. Like Matt said, man, this is an incredible time, not only for you as the player, but for the parents, grandparents, siblings. Like I'm realizing you only get one opportunity at this, and I'm very excited that we're starting that journey. Mm-hmm. And good luck to everybody.
Yeah, good luck. Stay safe out there.
All right, we'll take our last break of the show. We'll wrap it up answering your questions like we always do. We'll ask the bench here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, so since the 1930s, Supreme Rice has been a Louisiana favorite. The go-to rice for jambalayas, etouffees, stews, red beans, and gumbo. So no matter your style, it can be brown rice, long grain, medium grain, and jasmine, which is my personal favorite. Our guy Handy put me on that years ago, and I have not gotten off since. Supreme Rice makes your favorite dishes even better. So, Supreme Rice, built for those tailgates we got coming up this weekend, holidays or anytime you're bringing people together around the table. But, man, you talk about tailgate season, Supreme Rice should be at every single tailgate. Every bag is grown, milled, and processed right here in Southwest Louisiana. So, when you buy your Supreme Rice, you're supporting Louisiana's farmers and saving money. So, the next time you're shopping, pick up a bag of Supreme Rice. It's going to be at Rouse's, Walmart, Kroger, any AG food store. And for recipes and more, you can always check them out at supremerice.com. Again, it is the rice of tailgating season. So go to that website today, supremerice.com.
...2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in. One final segment here. I want to remind you about our friends over at GoFlow IV Spa, GoFlowIV.com, GoFlowIV.com. Go see them today. Go ahead and get your mind right. Get
your mind right.
Ready to
Be
go.
proactive.
For the tailgating season that is upon you. And look, if, maybe you don't and you didn't listen to us, it's okay. Like Sunday, you're like, oh, my God, Monday morning. You can go see them as well on Sunday to get to feeling a little bit better, like your normal self. GoFlowIV.com. All right, let's get to some of your questions inside the Bayou Ford chat here. Let's see. Ask the bench. What do you most want to see from LSU Saturday?
Execution, and that's a big, broad statement. I get it, but execute the little things. The intensity, the passion is going to be manufactured this week. It's not going to be organic like it was in a big first week game on the road against the Clemson. Look, you're going to have to manufacture your energy. You're going to have the leaders step up and make sure that there is no dip in execution. So what I mean by that, make sure we're making the right mic calls on the offensive line. Make sure our blocking schemes are correct. Make sure we're playing throw and catch the same way. On defense, make sure we're being gap sound. Make sure we're dropping. Limit the mental errors. That is what I want to see. Execute, execute, execute. When in a game that I know that the passion is going to be a little bit down, just rely on the X's and O's and execute.
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you. I just want to see it be clean and crisp and look like it's on schedule and, no mental bust, no coverage bust, no missed assignments where it's like a glaring, like you're going to miss like some small assignments, but
sure.
No, hey, we're supposed to be playing quarters and this side's playing quarters, but this side's over here playing quarter halves. And it's like, nobody's on the same page back there. Like just make sure it's a clean game. And I think that's exactly what you're going to get from the LSU Tigers. So we're looking forward to it. Remember, we're going to be on location at Rouse's tomorrow on Burbank, but this has been a lot of fun. So go check them out, pro-dreams.com. We'll see you the same time, the same place tomorrow. Until then, enjoy the rest of your morning.
Later, peeps.
Off the bench. Off the bench.
All right, Campus Federal is a partner that we have been fired up to work with. And as we've told you over the last couple of days and weeks, what a great way it got started. Many moons ago it got started. Now we're talking about over 40,000 members. And we're talking about in Baton Rouge. We're talking about in Shreveport. We're talking about across the state of Louisiana, right? So if you want to go start that checking account, remember there's multiple different checking accounts that you can start with Campus Federal, like depending on where you're at right now in your life. You can go to, campusfederal.org, or you can just go to the website and find the location, the branch that is nearest to you, because they've got a lot of great, options for you right now. So go check them out, campusfederal.org.
That's right. Serving Louisiana for over 85 years. So why settle for a big national bank when you can join a credit union that invests back into Baton Rouge and cares about your financial future? So stop by any Campus Federal branch today, or visit campusfederal.org to see how you can become a member today. Campus Federal Credit Union.